Alright, good morning. Just trying to set this up to make sure it's working. This weekend is part of the Golden Week holiday here in Japan, and always during this holiday there is a big Golden Week Open, as well as the Japan Chess Championship, and this year is no different. It's taking place in Tokyo. I have qualified in the past myself, but unfortunately I never used my holiday for this tournament. However, they have some digiboards up there, and I'm just going to check to make sure that I fixed the title. There we go. They have some digiboards up there, so I was kind of curious to maybe take a look at what's been happening in the first two rounds yesterday for day one, and then obviously later today, day two continues, and maybe we'll do a quick recap. I don't want to stream them live because it takes hours, and I don't have that much free time. But I thought maybe today, well, I didn't sleep so well in the nighttime, so instead of doing our normal road to better chess game, I'll start off the day by just having a look at what happened in the first two rounds on day one in the tournament. But let's first just have a look at what the tournament situation is here. So let's look at the starting rank, I guess. Where should we go? Tournament details, that's probably better, right? So yeah, Japan Chess Federation, is this visible? It is. My face is kind of in the way. Let me just move myself out of the way here quickly. Yeah, so this is Japan tournament. Hiroshi Manabe-san is running this. Manabe Hiroshi, he's really nice. And Chief Arbiter Abayuta. Okay, yes. I mean, most people won't know these people. I know some of them. They're really nice people, though. The time control is 90 plus 30 per move, so we don't have a top tier level, move forward you get plus 30 or something like that. We just have a standard 90 plus 30. 9 rounds across 4 or 5 days, I think. Yeah, it's running from the 2nd, which was yesterday, until the 6th, which I think is Tuesday. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, and so in terms of who's playing, let's have a look at the starting rank here. So the strongest player in Japan here, Tran 2, he's also playing. Aoshima, Mirai, Nanjo is here. Yeah, a lot of these guys. Kojima Shinja has actually been dropping recently, but he's also one of the strongest. Otsuka Shou is someone I actually don't know. Nakahara Kan I also don't know. Yamada Kohei I know again. Yeah. Auerbach Alex, yeah, a bunch of these people I know. Unfortunately, these aren't really specifically my friends, so the people in the tournament that I would kind of be cheering for are way further down. Some more people I know. Let's see. I would be cheering for who? Kojima Natsumi. Maybe for her as well. Indoshima. I played him in one of my tournament games that I reviewed in a previous video. So here's Donaldson. So I'll be cheering for him. I think he's had a tough first day though. Yamada, Misaki, she's also doing well. And Takayasa, my lady, another friend of mine that I'll be cheering for. Yeah, I think that's about it. You'll see here everyone else. So here's Rating International. This is FIDE ratings. So the top 20, 400 and lowers, and the local rating 25, almost 2600. So yeah. Tan's been here just crushing for years. Alright, well then, without further ado, let's just get in and see what we could have seen of the tournament games. I'm kind of curious to see. So now I have to move my face back again, don't I? Alright, so let's put my face back on the left. Just a little bit out. I like it like that. Alright, so round one we had, I think it's the top 4 boards. Actually, I can maybe just quickly check round one pairings. So, Tadashi. Yeah, okay, so they've got 4 digital boards set up, so we'll be looking at board 1 through 4 over here for round 1 and 2. Unfortunately, we can only see these, but glad that we have something being streamed online, so really nice to see a little bit of that. So let's have a look then. So, yeah, top rated player in the tournament took their game. Oh, Mirai, yeah, he's also the favorite here, the favorites. It looks like the favorites all won in the first round, but I kind of want to get into the actual games themselves. So let's open up and have a look. So here, Tran was black. I'm just going to keep open the opening book I don't have an engine analysis visible at the bottom. I guess I could do that separately. I don't know, do I really need to? Maybe it's okay just to have a look at what happened in the game. Alright, I don't actually know what in the world is C3 for Saragossa opening. Alright, already I have never seen this before. Saragossa opening. Knight f6, d5, e5. So I guess the point is you get the center. So there's not much to say. You just take the center. b6, f5 also score well, but way down there. Alright, well, going for f5. Interesting. So very aggressive. Playing a Dutch, basically, right? d5. So this is like a Caro-Kann in reverse, right? Okay. Alright, so Caro-Kann in reverse. f6, knight f3, e6, and this is a classical Dutch. Bishop f. So now you can transpose into like a London, I guess. e6, h, yeah. Yeah, so this is basically now going to turn into a London versus a Dutch. Interesting. I think Hanging Pawns has been saying that he's been playing the Dutch a lot, and especially against the London, he also found it to be very good. Alright, already we're completely out of opening book here. Although the moves all still mostly make sense to me, I'm not too surprised by them. Yeah, b6, knight b. White's not, reinventing anything here. We're just playing London. I like black c5. I play d5 c5 against the London as well, so c5 always against the d4 opening looks good. Queen up. I guess if you take, you will take back with the e pawn, but I wouldn't mind being able to get a rook over here against the queen in a little bit. Alright. Knight out. Rook g8, hg1. Okay, so white's admitting they're definitely not castling short, they're castling long, if at all, but probably they're castling long. And they are going to be trying to break down black's aggressive king position with the f-pawn. Okay, yeah, there's that rook. And they don't wait for black to take. Interesting. Maybe it's because they don't want to allow this pawn to arrive here too quickly. I feel like h4 would be, g4 would be the move here though. Oh no, taking is best. Interesting. Taking is still best. Okay, let's see if we can see why. Alright, immediately coming for the bishop pair. Oh, you don't want to run your queen into problems here, maybe? Yeah, there's a lot of nice squares for white to try to take advantage of. Alright, okay, willing to trade, but willing to trade on this square only. So they can get the knight in, I guess. Yeah, I would have also taken for sure. Take back with the rook. Now obviously any knight jump is very attractive for black. Oh, okay. Not going for it immediately. And I think I would have just taken this light square bishop and just been like, thank you for the bishops. Okay. Here comes g4. Trades off the dark square bishop for the aggressive knight. The other aggressive knight comes out and takes a pawn. Ooh. Unexpected. Oh, okay, I see the point being that your queen's going to come in here, I guess. fx. Yeah, here comes the queen. And you've got so you've got the light square bishop coming out and the queen coming out. And once you take with the pawn, your rook's also coming. Oh, wow. Okay, yeah. This is turning quickly for black. King up. Takes the knight first. Hang on. Oh, I didn't even realize the knight was hanging. Silly. Alright, so now that front pawn is also getting weak. Now you've got, black's got all their pieces in the attack. This is amazing. Wow. Yeah. Clearly very strong play. Alright. Back rook over. Opening up the front rook. Now you've got this square. You've also got here immediately. Oh, wow. Oh, man. This is so bad. Okay. Trying to run away. And now you've also got the potential pawn push. Okay, that light square bishop's under attack. The rook's safe. Oh my goodness. You've also still got this. king up, still attacking the bishop. What's the point here? If you take with the bishop, here, here, here you have to take, I take here, you probably play up. What if you play here though? Oh, this is it? Okay, let's see. Let's say you take... Oh, it's just the checks are unstoppable basically. Here, and your king has nowhere to go. That's amazing. Wow, that's very strong. Man, I really want to have the little engine graph, but I'm not used to using broadcasts, so perhaps that's not something that's easy to do here. Alright, so that was that was the first board. The next one, Aoshima Mirai. White is the clear favorite. Okay, so the Saragossa turned into a London versus a Dutch. Now on board 2, let me just double check here. D4, my kind of pudding. I like it. Oh, hang on. Can't have steam chatting in the background. Too much noise. Alright, D4, D5, knight F3, C4. Okay, so this is a Slav with the 2 knights out. It's called the Queen's Pawns game, symmetrical, but I mean it's basically a Slav position right here with these pawns. Alright, great stuff. So I basically play this against the Slav myself, so liking this. A6. Against A6 I go C5. Oh yeah, C5 top move. The point being that like you don't want black to push on this side of the board, and you could still potentially sink your knight in there. You could actually still try and make a break here as well long term. C5, knight BD, still playing top moves. Bishop F, knight H, immediately hitting the bishop. Yeah, I would play B2. Yeah, I've done this in a Catalan game as well, because basically once you go back I gained 1 tempo because my bishop is developed and your knight is exactly where it was. Okay, but white's actually just like, never mind, you can take it, and he does. Okay, so I gave up the bishop, but now black has got nothing developed basically, and white's got more space and slightly better development. Okay, coming for a... Oh, hang on, this is actually... Yeah, this is still mainline stuff, right? Here, E3 is the second played move. Taking is... Oh, apparently very good for white, top level. E takes B6, G6, G6. Oh man, this is apparently not so good. Bishop D. Interesting though, because you normally don't put it... I guess the point is you can put it on this diagonal because you're going to break with F5. Because normally, you know, like the bishop just can't go anywhere, so you'd probably... Oh, you can't go here either. You'd probably put it here instead. Alright. Castle, castle, rook e1. Man, white is just still playing all... Well, this is still main... Well, not mainline, but still... master book from both players. Queen up, queen d2. Where are you going with that? Not sure. Maybe you're just trying to bring down the rook in? Maybe after you push here you want to catch the pawn. Maybe if you push you want to catch the pawn in case they try to push past. But you can do it with your knight already though. Alright, and here finally black goes off script with b5. Alright. Oopsie, oopsie, oopsie. No, went way too far. Let's see. Oh, there's just no one in the leeches this played. So only masters played this. Okay, but now we're out. Alright. Just double check. It's not gonna be a masters game anymore, but yeah, no leeches game either. Alright, that's a great little outpost for the knight there, although you're probably gonna get traded off. And that opens up the diagonal. Ugh, I'm not so sure if I like that. Okay, you don't trade off. Okay. Okay. Black takes the pawn, but sacks their dark square fianchetto bishop for it. Okay. I guess the point being that they get a pawn and they want to try and get these pawns rolling. But they also haven't developed their light square bishop yet. So that's got to get out of the game at some point. Interesting. Taking the backwards pawn instead. Yeah, nothing else hanging, I guess. So that's a fair trade for white. Here they come with that break. Now they've got a rook across. They've got the knight in, the light square bishop, and the queen. Again, same as with the first game. It just looks like the stronger player just has all their pieces ready, and the other player just doesn't. Takes backwards. Here comes the other knight. Where's this other knight going though? There isn't really anywhere for it to go. You check, and then here, or do you play here and then you sack and then you take this away? Okay, anyway, that looks like that e6 square is looking pretty juicy for a sack. Bishop out. Oh no, okay, just trade it. Fair, thank you for the trade. Nice jump with the knight. Doubles up the rooks. Takes that. Oh, here we go, here we go. Here's the sack time now. If you take with the king, I can check you here or here. Let's see. Take with the king. Checking here. And the point being that the queen's just hanging. And this doesn't work well because it's the same thing. Yo. What a sack. Okay, and now, yeah, now it's protected again. Queen comes out. Not trading, but coming into attack instead. Now I'm attacking the g-pawn. Oh no, that's too slow, isn't it? Defending here, and what you're gonna do here? There's no sack here just yet. Rook over h-pawn. Oh wow. Okay. H-pawn always for me feels so slow. Oh hey Martin, sorry man, was that you on stream? I'm just checking out what's been happening at the chess champs because I can't play obviously. But these are some of the best players in Japan, so very interesting for me to see kind of how they play. Check. Oh, attacking the backwards rook. If you take, I take back, it's basically mate. Basically. Take the queen. Get the check in. King is wide open. So many checks. Lifts. Hitting the queen. Oh my goodness. So nice. I mean, again, it just looks like the strongest player just had all their pieces coming in. Amazing stuff. Alright, Nanjo won, and Nanjo was black. Nanjo is also the favorite in this position. On this board. Sicilian, like it. Open Sicilian, maybe? No, Rossolimo. Oh, I like the Rossolimo. G6, I like G6. And I like taking with the d-pawn. Yeah, this is a great setup for black. I really like it. Let's see how... I'm actually going to swap it around, because this is nice study for me. H. Oh, I didn't really mind about that normally myself. Oh, I wouldn't have played B here. I would have played E5. That's my main move, but maybe he knows better. B6 just good. There's E5. There we go. Yeah. What else would you play here? E5, 4. Oh no, sorry. Oh my goodness. B6 I wouldn't normally play. If you castle, E5 is okay. If you play A4, E5 is good. Okay, so maybe he just starts off with a different move before playing E5. Alright, this is the way I love to play. Castle, knight yes. A3. Alright, trying to come in on the queen side. Queen up is not something I normally play. Here in this position, I probably would have just castled, to be honest. Okay, but I guess the point is that you want to meet B4 by winning the pawn, or do you not win the pawn? If I take this... Oh wow, it's actually really good for you. Oh, my queen's gonna get stuck, I guess. Yeah, wait, why don't I just run away immediately? Oh my goodness, I see. Alright. So you're not quite doing that, to be honest. Alright, then back here. And now h5 is black's break. But you don't have to play it immediately. h6, yeah, just keeping this square covered. Here comes f4. Takes, queen up, hitting the king, very nice check. Now hitting that bishop. Bring out the light square bishop. Oh wow, yeah. And black again, stronger player, just, you know, they haven't castled yet, but all their pieces are out. They're mega aggressive queen. And this, I don't know, well this is okay, but not so great. This rook can't go anywhere, the queen's not off the back rank yet. Here comes the knight, queen back. Now you can threaten some potential sacrifices on the H pawn. Queen E, knight F, E5. Now it's triple defended, so you're not taking it anytime soon, but you still have the F4 square, in which case there will be less defense. Okay, you can also, yeah, take out that knight, and I guess if white takes back, you clean up your pawns here. Let's just see. Yeah, it's still a very equal game. Take with the pawn, just more space for black, I guess. Finally, castles. Yeah, I gotta take there for sure. Okay, f6 pawn looks a bit scary though. But I guess white's pieces are still way back. Gets the file, attacks the pawn, trades off, and now the pawn can't be taken just yet. What can you do? You can attack that pawn again, you can come in and hit the queen and the pawn as well, and if they trade off, I mean, that's not too bad. King up instead, just getting out from behind, doubling up, and take, yeah, take, I like take. Yes, and breaking on the queen side, so made a passer, pushing the passer. In this case, what happens if you come and try get it? Oh, I can take here and hit your rook so you don't have time. And then I can take up here as well. Yeah, okay, gotta be careful. Rook up defending that pawn. Now if you move something, I'm gonna take that pawn in the front. Still running that pawn. Ah. What happens on this? Then you're hitting here and you're also covering the square. Oh my goodness. Yeah, fair enough. Okay. Yeah, it's not nice for white though. Black definitely looks a bit more comfortable with the king's safety in the pawn structure. Attacking that loose pawn. Doesn't even try to defend it because the knight can come in double attacking it. So it just runs away. Okay. Picks up another pawn and defends. Yeah, okay, this is just getting kind of busted now. There's mate on the board. You've got no checks. GG. Yeah, well, that's mate in X. Sure. Okay, hang on. So this is something I can actually study a little bit because it's an opening I play. So B6. I go E5 directly. Is there something here? Wow, very good. But I mean, I would just keep on playing out. Why E3? I would castle B4, CB here. Well, I guess on A3 you could also do the queen up move. What then? I wonder. Is B6 just better? The reason I like playing it later is because I play it in response to bishop E3. Okay, but B6 is apparently just better. I guess eventually you don't really care where the bishop tries to go, so it's not that big a deal. Now e5, castle, b3 is better, but I mean I would just again continue. h6. I actually just castle here myself, I think. Because this is not the end of the world. You trade this off, you still can't get to my king. Long castle, fair enough. Okay, but anyway, so he played b6 fast, and then he played queen up. Queen d6 is also not a move I ever play. This is new to me as well. d4. I think you take once. I think you almost definitely take once. And then castle. If they push, I think you just... Oh, I was actually considering just pushing past, but I guess you don't want to give up this square. So here maybe, so you can take back... Not this way? Just going to take this way. Okay. Yeah, but definitely I think breaking on the queen side is kind of like the critical way for white to try and get at this. I like h6. Again though, I probably would have castled by now, to be honest. Just way more patient than I am with castling. Gets in the check, the king's into the corner, and hits the bishop. So you still have control of all of these squares. Now you got a castle though, because this is coming, right? Oh, never mind, now you have extra defense for that pawn as well. Gets the queen back now that the bishop's out. Queen over. Don't really know how much that matters. Avoids trading. So you know that this is coming, but you just think that the f6 pawn doesn't matter that much. As long as you have control of your back rank, I guess. That should be fine. Yeah, and I just... Constantly a little bit better, making that passer. Yeah, and the passer is what won it for him, not because it passed, but because it completely pulled the queen away from where it was supposed to be. Really good. Nice. Alright, last one here, we've got Otsuka Shou versus Erkoc Vedat, who's from Turkey. Well, cool. This is not someone I know on either side. Otsuka Shou. Otsuka Shou, FIDE. See if they have a photo. They do not. Okay, standard 23, rapid 20, 200, 2000, what am I saying, 200. Alright, all good. Alright, so the last board for round 1. The favorite is white, e4, e6, French. Oh, interesting. Advanced French, like it. Knight f6, I like it. Taking the pawn. Queen b6 is the move I normally play. I like to just kind of keep on piling up on that backwards pawn before I take it. Okay, taking once, and then queen out. Guess that's a move. a3. Oh man, I do not like the a3. Taking that square away, coming in hard, just not giving black any space. Oh, and breaking directly with f6. Wow, interesting. Okay, here comes the bishop out. Happy to take with the pawn. Now the king's a little bit more vulnerable potentially. Is black gonna castle long? I guess not. Wow, where is that pawn going? Oh, that knight going. Ah, very nice, very nice. The classic trick with the finger slip variation as well. Picks up. So lost a pawn, picked up a rook. For a rook and a pawn for what? A bishop and a pawn. Is this good for black? Still equal. Always equal. Chess is a draw. Anyone top lead just played this way? No. Okay. Does castle long? Oh. Oh my word. Onto the open file. I guess the point being that there's only one pawn that's coming to attack you at least. So use. I don't know. I'm not so sure. Well, I guess this is coming, so you gotta be careful. And this looks like you might even sacrifice or something crazy. Yeah, obvious check. Comes in again. Can come in here. Can take that as well. Can push. Push is probably what we're looking at, to be honest. Here and pushing is like the two moves that look the best. You can go here, then you can check and just like this. Oh, hang on. Doesn't this just open up the... Yeah, that's already just dangerous. Check. Bishop out, rook king has to move. Preparing for that. Yeah, and the knight's covering all the squares, really nice. Oh my goodness, there's just so many potential mates here. If you take... I hate your... Oh, but now it's also this. So you take, I go here, you go here. And then this is mate. Oh wow, that's really nice. Okay, trying to avoid it. GG. Oh, 25 moves. Crushing. Very nice. Yeah, that early F6 looked a little bit dangerous though. Here already. F6 instead of developing. Yeah, knight F6 is actually feels kind of silly. You don't want to go this way because you block up um, the file, and I think you're supposed to want to try and sack there actually. Oh, never mind, you're just coming around. But anyway, yeah, and if they take here, this is not very good. It looks a little bit silly, but actually black's completely fine. And they have the two bishops, and these pawns are getting weaker and weaker because you don't have a dark square bishop to protect them with. It is actually blanche one, but I've played this kind of, position in the past, and it was kind of comfortable for me, to be honest. It wasn't that bad. Alright, let's go on to round two. So round two again, we have the top four boards. Let's just see. Round two. 2 versus Noguchi Koji, I don't know. Matsuyama Koya. Aoshima Mirai. Nanjo against Shioguchi. And Otsuka against Furuya Masahiro. Okay, so the top four seeds stay on the top boards because they've all won. And they are now facing new opponents, none of whom are titled. So it's an IMFM, all on the top boards. Unfortunately, their opponents so far not titled yet. I guess that comes later in the tournament. Alright, so this is round two. Let's get into it. So this time, Tran is white. Opens with a cowboy. Alright, Donaldson will be super happy to see this one. The Nimzo Larsen, the cowboy opening. Alright. Nimzo Larsen attack. Not the classical Nimzo Larsen, by the way. Okay. Multiple fianchettos. Very, very symmetrical position. D4 right away. Takes, queen takes. Wow. Knight H5 just looks so juicy over here though. Is it not? Just, oh, but hang on, you want a castle this way, so you probably don't want to trade off the bishop. Okay. Knight out. Getting the rook out. Alright, I mean, pretty nice so far. Yeah. E4 is apparently no longer master play, but it is protected sufficiently. Although I wonder if there's maybe a little bit of a thing here. Never mind. Alright, now we might end up doing something like this. Oh, okay, opens it up. Oh, that's a lot. It's a lot of pieces. A lot of pieces being traded off. Alright, so white's down a pawn. Heavy pieces and knights. But black's kind of got, I don't know, you can maybe open up the rook with one of these pawns, I wonder? Yeah, because you've got this square covered, so they can't push it either because you can just take it. Alright. Okay, so this is actually looking pretty good for the underdog. Yeah. Not bad for the underdog indeed. Queen up, finally developing. Bringing the knight back, hitting the queen again. Going for the outside pawn. If you take the outside pawn, what happens? Oh, if you take the outside pawn, they just come and take you, I guess. Or they force you to... Oh, I thought this might happen. And then you just take this pawn. Oh, but your rook is weak. Interesting. Okay, so this pawn actually was something white could grab, but they didn't. They just protected first. Hit the knight. Doubling up. Nope. Oh wow, okay, this is very positional, eh? Queen over. Are you trying to trap their queen? Where it can't go anywhere. It currently... No, it won't have this square either. Oh wow, you're trapping their queen, aren't you? Yeah! Very nice. Gets a pawn and an exchange. Trades off the exchange back because they got another pawn, so they're up to one pawn now. Hang on, what did I miss? I thought they got another pawn there. Were they down a pawn? They were down a pawn. Alright, so now they're up a pawn. Queen has to get back somewhere. Oh, but then this is made. Oh, beautiful. Look at this. So any queen move is just mate. Oh, that's amazing. Yeah, because you got them to get off the back rank. Wow, that's very good. Yeah, this was looking a little bit dicey for black there with that queen on v1. Oh my goodness. But this is a great square. Prepares this, also on the diagonal. Covers these squares for the knight. Really nice. Okay. Next one. Now the strong play Mirai is on black. Okay, e4, c5, Alipin, knight f... Okay, this is, yeah, one of those jumpy Alipins. Oh, interesting, knight f3 is main move. So I don't actually play this against the Alipin, so it's a little bit new for me. Still not taking that pawn, just really doing all the other development first. Bishop back, d5, ex, queen x, and knight a3. Wow, okay, still going in theory. What happens if you take the pawn? No? Take the pawn, queen e2, so you don't normally trade off. You get out of the way rather. And if they take again, you develop your bishop, which is real nice, even though you're down 2 pawns in this position. They check, you move your king over. Oh, yeah, king. When you have to play king f1, and it's good, it's always really cool. Alright, so the development is just a little bit tricky for black. But this is still, yeah, this is good for black though. Wow, okay, interesting. So do not play that way with white. Black doesn't take, just develops their own light square bishop, hits the knight. Okay, wow, okay, just gives the pawn back. Have it. Okay, messes up the pawn structure slightly. Now you can't develop your dark square bishop because I'm going to take it. And if you push up, I can probably bring in my own dark square bishop in some way. Or maybe I'm going to start putting my pawns up, I wonder. Oh, this is actually exactly what happened. Never mind, none of the above. Okay. There's no immediate dangerous discovery, but leaving the rook and the queen on that file feels crazy. Okay. Trades off the bishop. Doubles up on the file. Okay. Trades off queens, gets the rook in there. I think black's doing pretty okay though. Yeah, this is totally equal. Black's got a bishop and a slightly better pawn structure. You know, they're down a pawn here, but it's doubled, and they've got a 4v3 majority on the king side, which isn't gonna, you know, materialize into a massive advantage immediately, but late game feels like it should be good. Bringing the bishop out instead of f4, f5, sorry. Why not f5? Okay. It's the knight. Still doesn't want to trade. Just pushing. Okay, so we've liquidated the pawn majority a little bit already. Okay, black's making way with their pawns here. Yeah, the bishop's got to move for sure. Okay, now it's 2v1 on that side of the board. Everyone's moving their pawns. Coming in for a check. Coming in to take this pawn maybe. If you take, I just take back. If you move past, I can still take. Yeah, this is unfortunately the problem with the doubled pawns. You're one up, but I think you actually, I don't know. I don't think this is the best move. I think you have to actually play the other pawn first. And then if they take, you can take with the knight. Oh, you can't. Oh my goodness. Yeah, I don't know. C6 best move, just doesn't feel like it's going to go anywhere though. Now it takes, hits the king, comes behind the pawn. It's a great spot for black to be. Hits all the pawns and the knight, trades off. Now black's got two connected passes. So does white, but theirs aren't going anywhere. Yeah, this is just great for black. Up a pawn and covering the passer, and they can just make their pawns run. Look at those pawnsies go. Takes. Oh, hello. Is this called a Philidor or a Lucina? I never remember which one's which. Alright. Yeah, you gotta just get your... So the king is on the wrong side. It needs to be, you know, trying to stop things from the front. So your rook is on the right side for checking, but your king, I wonder if there was, this is already all losing, everything's losing from here. I know here's still ways to draw. Yeah, it's -2, it's actually not completely lost yet. La 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 la. Oh, it just gets completely bad at this point, fair enough. Alright. That was pretty crazy. I'm not used to people not taking these pawns that are hanging and then giving it back for this kind of... That's news to me. Alright, let's look at Nanjo's game. Nanjo was white this time, again the favorite. And I can see they won. But let's see how exactly they did that. E4, another French. Okay, another advanced, I like it. Queen b6 immediately. Yeah, I think it kind of interposes, to be honest. You can play either queen b6 or knight c6. Yeah, I mean, it's basically identical. I think you're going to play the one after the other one, so... bishop d6 also looks like it's basically identical. So any of these moves, very similar. Yeah, okay, bring the bishop out. Oh, I actually looked at this very, very briefly. They actually traded off their bad bishop early, which I thought was really nice. Check this out. Yeah, that's real good. c4 is apparently a move. dxc is apparently also very good. dxc. Bishop x. b4. Castle. b4. Bishop x here is apparently just very good. Taking this apparently is kind of drawish. Oh, because this bishop doesn't have anywhere to go now. So what's the plan here? Okay, so let's run our bishop away. This is good for white. Okay, this is definitely not a position I've played before. Okay, so they trade off, and I'm actually stopping them from castling as well for a bit. Knight A, getting the queen out, dx, b4, and I can play b5 if you want to. Knight D. Oh, this is still a Masters game, interesting. I don't know it. Oh wow, okay, this is Knight D4, Knight A, B5, Queen up, Queen up. What's the point of Queen up? Are you going to trade off their dark square bishop? And if you push ever, I also have this. Oh, if you trade off your bishop, I get this, right? So yeah, yeah. Definitely want to try that. Not sure why you had to play that, but okay. A4 is good. What about just castling? They're threatening to just get the king and queen in there and stop you from gaining the space. Come on. Okay. Like it. Black is apparently also playing good. Queen up. Now black's got this break and these pawns. They can't castle anymore though. They have to just move their king up. And I don't think you want to castle this way here. Queen back first. Pushes the queen further. Trades off the dark to bishop. Lots of gaps in the position. I gotta be honest, white's playing a lot of moves that like I would just break. I thought that was kind of the point. What are you coming back for? To defend this pawn? Getting your own pawns out first, getting off the diagonal. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Slowly, slowly breaking on that side of the board. What's the point of this? What is this? You go in here threatening this, they take, you take back with another rook threatening the same thing. Let's see. Yeah. Give black a random move. Yeah, this is just nice. Interesting. Okay, still just slowly moving the king forward. Ooh, now black gets to open up that side of the board, but their queen isn't there. The knight isn't quite involved, and actually all of these rows are still covered right now, so you need to double up. And you need to get your queen in as well. Ooh, okay, hang on. This is nice. Trades off once. Gets that. Okay, oh, your queens. Importantly, never going here. Ah, I didn't see that pawn hanging. But apparently this is great for white. Oh, coming in as well. Now that pawn's gone. Gone with check. Oh, everything's semi-hanging. Pawns flying over the board. Nice fork to finish things off. Wow, that was a great game by white. I liked black's opening though. I might actually try this. Queen and bishop first. It's definitely not the way I normally play, but what is this called? The Wade variation. Yeah, I think I might actually try this sometime. This seems kind of fun. Alright, last game for round 2 that we could see. Otsuka versus Masahiro, and this is the first kind of upset. We've got a 1991, almost 2000 rated player against 23, and apparently it's a draw. Let's see how they got it. So e4, another French! Like 3 Frenches. Did everyone play Frenches like in the top boards next to each other? Collusion. Another advanced. Alright, all pretty standard moves. Takes, and then comes over to attack the pawn. Oh, and playing knight up here because you don't want a castle immediately. This is the U variation. Bishop E, knight G, knight A. Everyone's playing top like theory moves here. CD, knight F, knight C2 defending the pawn. And then F6 directly. which apparently is very good for black. Let's see in the top lead chess, not as good. Okay, but on the master level is crushing. Bishop over, castles, castles, bishop takes, pawn takes, rook, bishop back. Oh, because you don't want to get pushed. And obviously if they take, you're happy to take. Happy to take. Queen b6 was the last move here in the Masters game. Yeah, but we're already off leeches as well. Okay, coming over to defend the backwards pawn, lift for the king, space on the queen side, king safety on that light diagonal, and cementing the knight in there. I like this for white. This is pretty nice. They obviously give this square away, but that knight is how do you get there? It's such a, you have to go through so many jumps to make your way there to get to that light square. Although, yeah, no light square bishop, so it would be difficult to contain it. Knight over, hitting the pawns, king back, rook out, up, and now we take the pawn. Oh, I see some stuff here. Yes, nice, nice, and nice. Well, that's quite a continuation by white. So this is protecting this. Can't you just... Did you have to take the pawn though? Could you not have just done this directly? Oh, hang on, because you're opening up the... That was the whole point, you were opening up the file. Sorry, what am I doing? Okay, so sacks a piece, sacks another piece, trades one and wins a rook. Alright, and it's close to equal. Black is slightly better. Yeah, similar pieces everywhere. And it's 5 versus 5 pawns. Black's got a doubled pawn though, and the king is a little bit exposed. We can check on the back rank, but I guess it doesn't matter that much. It's that weak pawn instead. Brings the queen back. Ach, the rook back. It's the queen. Your white was pushing, eh? Trying to get something here. I like it. Okay, they just traded off. Nice one by white. I like the way that they opened here as well, this U opening. Again, not the way I normally play. Do you have to play bishop? Can't I just play... What's the other moves I played? Takes, knight F, knight C, bishop D. This just transposes. It's not called the U, but it's basically the same position. And then F6. F6 is obviously always the main break, but you got to be careful when you do it. I prefer to castle. I prefer to castle before I do it. Yeah, but I guess if you do it early, white also isn't ready to take advantage of it just yet, which is obviously good for black. Oh, very nice. Alright, so with that, obviously we've now covered off the first 2 rounds. Round 3 will be who will be on the top boards. Tran continues. He'll be facing another 2000 rated player, Higashino. Mirai is still on the second board, facing another 2000 Nakamura. Nanjo stays on the third board, facing Nagataki. And Otsuka Shou has been replaced by who's doing the best? Who's the top? I guess Yamada Kohei is going to face Fuji Chiaki. Oh, is Chiaki female? Chiaki sounds like a female name, to be honest. Chiaki. Oh, I wonder, maybe it's a male name as well. Male. Okay. Apparently Chiaki is also a male name. I did not know that. Alright, so we'll be seeing that later on. Let me quickly have a look The people I'm cheering for, where exactly they would be there. I think the first day was really rough for them, so I don't think they did too well. Donaldson is facing Ono Tadashi, another high rated player. Melody is facing Jin Sangwoo, also slightly high rated, and Yamada Misaki is facing Mizumoto Takahiro is another Osaka player. So these are all players that I know from Osaka, and I think Mizumoto is also from Osaka. So unfortunate you go all the way to Tokyo, you face someone you know from your local area, but I guess that happens sometimes. Alright, so that was it. The first 2 rounds of the chess championship. So you can see the strong players absolutely crushing. I really liked Nanjo's Rosalima game, since he played a variation that I quite like. So I'll go look at that again a little bit again later. But I think for now we're going to call it. Interesting stuff. Thanks for everyone who came past, and for everyone else who's interested in a little bit of Japanese chess. I'm going to be off, and see you guys next time. Bye.